Hey, I'm ElusiveKev. Welcome back to Gravel House. We're going through the DLC pack. So last time out, we tackled the Ice and Fire and we got rid of them. Now we're trying to be the king of the buggies. As in this side, we got a couple of championships. But before we do that, we got that race round the Blue Paradise Ocean Pacific short layout. And we've got 5 buggies to choose from. So we've got the Buckshot X2, 1,300 horsepower, 7.4 litre V8 turbo engine. Bloody hell. And then we got the 172 horsepower 4-wheel drive, just 900cc, free i3 turbo for the BRP Can-Am Maverick X3. Then the KTM AX, 248 horsepower 4-wheel drive, 2 litre hybrid power unit. And then we've got the Polaris even, RXR XP4 Turbo EPS, 168 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, 125cc, straight 4-cylinder turbo. And finally, the Predator X18S, 170 horsepower, wheel drive, 2.4 litre, 4-cylinder engine. There's one buggy that kind of stands out from the rest. I'm not saying it's the Buckshot, but considering everything else is from 168 to 248 horsepower, and then you got this thing, you might have to go with this thing. So here we go then. In this thing, got 3 laps. Of course, this is motoring towards first place. So we had 2 location DLCs and then 2 vehicle DLCs. I forgot about that last time. I thought it was all location DLCs. You're not going to take down the Buckshot, mate. Why are you trying to brake test them? So yeah, you can see this is the buggies pack. At least for around circuits we're familiar with these things. It's considered it has 1,000 seat, over 1,000 horsepower. It's trying to reach even, what, 130, 140? Let's go through the corner, that's nicely done. Finely tuned engine. This thing handles strangely almost like the Warthog from Halo. That's what this is reminding me of. So we can't have a gunner just to hop on the rear, keep the opposition at bay. It's even got a bit of that hum. So what the hell is going on here? Shadow's gone a bit weird. But yeah, handles perfectly alright. Go over the jump, for 1 lap complete. Because then it's power and everything. I thought we'd do a lap in like 50 seconds, not 1 minute 46. Like double that time. So everything's popping out at the moment. There's not been too many graphical issues from what I remember with gravel. We're seeing it a bit this race. Like popping's always an issue, unfortunately. We're seeing with the shadows as well. I don't remember seeing that a lot. Maybe the game just can't keep up with this machine for how quick it is. They try and go through every machine. I think we've got 6 buggies, don't we? We've got 6 events. There you go. Might have blown our shot having this buggy first of all. Hopefully it's not all that races or checkpoint races. And hopefully you have, for once I hope we have Smash Up. We kind of have that races in say like a stadium or something. So once again we've got that shadows thing. It's the shadows off the water they're trying to reflect, but it's just not working. It's pretty weird. As we've got 1 lap to go. I want to say we're leading. Might be an understatement though. But this thing is glued to the ground as well. Not just it's a quick in a straight line. Well, supposedly quick. Straight line, but round the corners it is glued, it is pinned. It doesn't fit like a Warthog did in Halo when you try and apply too much brakes or go over like too many bumps or anything. This thing is like a high performance, not even racing car, like a speed course car really. Doesn't handle or feel like a speed course car, but just with that grip and performance. Everything could match those things. It's a shame we only have the buggies for kind of this option. Now I'm guessing you can free race and everything. Do it online and select buggies. Not that there's probably anyone playing this online now. There we go, yeah, we still got the shadows thing. What the hell? It's almost going to the ocean, go for a little dip. Just to cool off how hot this car has been in this race. So we're gonna do a 37, 36, 37. Easy victory. Where is everyone else? We could be here all day. Oh, there we go. 10 seconds ahead of the Predator. It's up to level 69. Nice. As you get the Volkswagen livery. So next up is that race. Round the Los Angeles Coliseum. The crossing. 5 laps. So we tried out the buckshot. What should we try out next? What would be good for this? Maybe the Predator? This should be their natural terrain, all these buggies. At night. Slick surface. Oh, look at the Predator just sneak down the inside of everyone. He's getting pushed right by the buckshots. Of course, being picked on by the bigger machines. He's got a little fight back. Up to second. As you can see, the trouble the big machines are having just getting the power down. But they're not having any of those issues. So side by side. Looking down the inside maybe. As we go on to the penultimate lap. Oh, down the inside. Go on, Predator. Oh, he's pushed the buckshot aside. What a beast. He's going to have crossover issues now. Not been wiped out. So going to the final lap. There's all big issues in front. Survived the chaos. Survived the madness. And the little Predator will win. Fantastic race. So in the end, we win by 3.4 seconds of the KTM and the Polaris. Buckshot down in 4th. Man, what fun was that buggy has. Now we've got an elimination race around the Blue Paradise Pacific Ocean figure of 8 layout. So once again, we might need a buggy which is less powerful but good round the corners. So we've got the Polaris for the kind of short wheelbase as well. Not sure we want the KTM. The BRP, the buckshot, and we've of course tried the Predator. The Predator would actually be perfect again, I think, to drive around. So maybe should we try the BRP? Because here we go then in... It's like a golf cart, doesn't it? From the rear. It's nicely down the inside. I forget it's a longer figure 8 though, isn't it? It's not a short and narrow one. As well, BRP just about holds on. Up to second. Oh, it doesn't matter though. You can just push out cars out the way all the time. So we'll get the tyres down the inside. Oh, just about survived. Let's look at this BRP go down the inside. Go golf cart. No, golf cart. I think that's the KTM we're battling. There we go, BRP just sliding into the lead. God, these buggies are so much fun to drive. I'm not sure they're the most fun vehicles to drive out of all of them, but they're definitely up there. I'm trying to remember all the classes now that we've got in gravel. Like speed cross is pretty fun, of course. Then you've got the cross-country cars as well. Like the more domestic vehicles, and then the Dakar vehicles. Dakar vehicles can be quite good. And I'm surprised you don't have that oomph that the domestic vehicles do have. So like, well, the DLC cars basically, the Boa, the Ford Bronco. And we've got the 90s and 1000s rally cars, always love those. But I think the 90s rally car is still my favourite. But these buggies are right up there. Let's look at this thing go. Absolutely perfect for these events. So we're 40.1. Let's see if we can beat it with a 42nd that time. They're barely going over 100 miles per hour on this thing. Don't even need to lift, really. And the corners has just got to survive 30 seconds. Or 25 seconds. Even better. Going to get it down to 5th. Let's go across the line. Yeah, 39.6. Comfortably done it. And comfortably won again in our buggy. What a fantastic vehicle. Looks mean. It's easily the king ahead of the Buckshots actually we're challenging. Let's get up to level 17 new livery for the Renault R5 Maxi Turbo. And halfway through in the blink of an eye, but now we've got a checkpoint race championship in Alaska. Now with it being Alaska, we might have to go for one of the big boys. So we've already had the Buckshot, so it might be the KTM you have to go with. We also got the Polaris, which we haven't tried as well. Just noticed there's 5 vehicles and 6 events, so we could actually end with the Buckshot for the other championship and then race the Polaris in the middle. Sounds like a plan. And so we go then in the KTM. God, what a strange sounding thing. What a strange looking thing as well. But look at it fly downhill. Oh shit, I should have elongated the gearing, shouldn't I? At least it's staying here in 5th, just about reaching 125 miles per hour. Oh, look at those brake lights. Those are really cool to look at. Just had to use them again just to show them off. There's Audi into the lead. Sounds like the plan's working already. This is a very flat out, very wide open race. Definitely suited for the KTM and the Buckshot as well. Maybe not the Polaris, I'm not sure it could do this. But so we'll try out the Buckshot maybe for the other championship. We'll see what that championship is. But the one thing I've already noticed in this DLC, which the Ice and Fire didn't have, just variety of events. I mean, they can't help the variety of locations with it being based just in Iceland. But the events, it's mostly checkpoint races. This is the first time we're doing checkpoint races, isn't it? We've had that race in the Paradise. We've had an elimination race in the Paradise. We've had that race in the Colosseum. And now we've got checkpoint races. So already a nice little bit of variation just the style of races we're having and having the tackle, and I was going to say easy victory. But it looks like that Buckshot was stalking our KTM just 1.2 seconds back. The notes of Polaris and BRPs. And so 25 points on the board. On to the second event. As it is really pouring it down for the second race. They've had the railway out one. That first race says, get out of the way, BRPs. Damn you, golf buggies. You can see how much momentum cost you. We're already back down to 7th or 6th. As once again, BRPs. You can barely see these things. So they've got camouflage on them, military camouflage. So you go through the middle. God, we're going through the high grass now. We are doing camouflage, aren't we? As you get into the Buckshot. Around the outside. Up into the lead already, a quarter way through the race. Now on the downside for this DLC, already feels like it's a bit easy. Especially compared to the Ice and Fire, which had some good no competition at times as we try and flip back. So the opposition are. Let's approach halfway mark of this race where some races you really had to battle to win. But we were winning them in the last, 90% after checkpoint races. But on this, as you can see, we're already in the lead. Don't really hear anyone behind us, despite taking that corner a bit poorly. And so it feels like maybe they had to overcompensate because you got a variety of buggy kind of performances you had to balance here. Maybe just overdid it, made it a bit easier. So everyone would try out all the different buggies like we're doing this episode. But yeah, it is a bit of a shame that it seems like it is a bit easy. Especially when the difficulty's actually been pretty good in gravel up to this point. But if you want to win on the hardest difficulty, you have to drive your arse off. Even though it's an arcade game, you have to really drive perfectly. That's why on the second hardest difficulty. As you go across the water. Oh my god, who flooded this? And looking at you locals, wherever you deserted through. Or two as, oh, we almost got caught up by the Buckshot. So we're in by less than a second of the Buckshot. The BRP did come back into third of the Polaris. As we got 50 points, so 14 points here. We basically need to finish in the top 4, and then we have won another championship. It's up to level 71. New Lancer Delta Integrate Evolutions and livery. As have I ever told you how I can speak Italian? This is the third and final event then. He's got the cross country out too now. Past the diggers. Someone just missed the checkpoint, didn't they? Come on, BRP, we're bump drafting you. Doesn't seem to have worked. Can we get free of the car? There we go. And already into the top 4, up to third. Let's look at the BRP chasing. Is that a BRP or is that a Polaris chasing the Buckshot? Looks hilarious though. Let's go under the digger, can we? We can. In fact, we can go up to second. But this thing is like a spider, isn't it? It knits like a spider from here, and it kind of handles like one, just crawling and manoeuvring there through that chicane. So there you go, onto the sand. Oh, has someone parked their ship still out here? Is this what we're looking at? Look at the Buckshot fly over the water. Look at it go. Absolutely motoring along. I think it's built its lead up to a few seconds now.
We should hopefully catch up now we're on terra firma. Let's look at all the hot air balloons ahead. Coming out for the party. Hey, you got to pilot as well as actually, you know, piloting. God, what vehicle does this remind me of, where it just keeps sliding around the corners? Reminds me of the Halo tank, that's it. I'm not saying all the buggies remind me of Halo, but it reminds me of the Halo tank where it just kept sliding and sliding, no matter how much you wanted to get around corners. It's like, I just want you to go around the rock, Halo tank, and not hit all the other rocks. But Halo tank was like, nah, I'm just going to keep sliding. I'm not made to say I'm made to destroy. As you're catching back up. Here we go. This is actually a challenge, this race. This is pretty good. No! We've lost it. We've lost it. Keep going. Yeah, that was our chance. We've lost it. But we're going to come second. Oh, are we? Keep going. Oh, no way have we got. It's got it. Oh, photo finish. No, second. As he did lose it by less than a tenth. If only we didn't make one mistake in those final couple of quarters. If we just had a smooth exit to the line, we probably would have snuck it. But we'll take second with the Pars in third, BRP in fourth. As we do get the gold trophy, though, by 7 points in the end of the buckshot. That last race was good. See, that was competitive, as we had Pipeline Layout 2, Pipeline Layout 1, and the Railroad Layout 1 as well in this championship. Up to level 72 in a new livery for the Nissan Navara. So now we have a lap race around the Frankie Cordia circuit in the buggies, basically a speed cross event. And I think you know what vehicle we're going to be using. It is going to be the least powerful vehicle, but it's got 4-wheel drive. Actually better than the Predator, it just has rear-wheel drive. Same for the Buckshot, just has rear-wheel drive. 168 horsepower. Let's unleash it. Let's here we go then in. Oh god, look at this thing go! Told you, unleashing the 168 horsepower. Oh my god. Handles like a dream. Not good at nudging cars out the way. Or is it? No, it's not. It's good at going around the outside, down the inside. It's all down the inside, side by side. Little nudge for the lead. This is an all Polaris race, by the way. I'm not sure. Has he already into the lead? Oh, it does have a 6th gear. Oh, it goes 100 miles per hour. That's always loving these tricky conditions as well. The wet track. So it being dry overhead. God, you can just sling this thing around corners. This is great fun. So have I given the lead back? Not quite. No, we're definitely right about using this car around this tristy Frankie Cordia circuit with the couple of long straights. Man, what a fun combo. It's all a bit wide. Oh, this is long straight. Front stretch isn't really that long. It's all very wide. You definitely do not want to box. So we're leaning on the rear wheels, on that rear right, that rear left, but the buggy just holds on. It's a bit weird with kind of weight distribution being very top heavy. It feels like we are just going to fall over, but you can see it as well, just leaning from side to side, but it just holds on. That's why we brake before the jump. Still looks like we're going to be winning it. So we're chasing the helicopter down. Come on, Paulus, you can do it. Oh, there we go. That's how you get into the corner. 52. You can go even quicker. On this final lap. So there you go. That's much better through there. You can get on the power so early. This thing just has grip and traction on the exit. And oh, straight lining it out of there. So the championship, we've had one difficult race, that last race in the championship. Apart from that, it's been like this. Way too easy. So par, this goes through the final corner. Epic sideways. Oh, he could have been under 50 seconds. What a fun little car to drive as we win by almost 6 seconds ahead of our players. We got the BRPs as well, so you can see how they equalised it. Then none of the big cars in here. So up to level 73 in the new livery for the RS2200. So finally in our buggies, we've got some checkpoint races around Nubia. As we're among the dunes layout 3, Skeleton Coast layout 2, and Inner Savannah layout 2. And it is back to Big Boy after being in the smallest boy. To the Buckshot X2. So here we go then. In a different livery. Which definitely should be ruling a roost on these type of courses. Again, quite fat out. Just like Alaska. So hello. Oh, I forget it's only got 5 gears. No! It also tops at around 130. And it's like... Oh my god. How big is this thing when... No, the landing just shakes the whole bloody screen. That's why we're going for the jump, are we? Over the chip. Bloody hell. That was a long way though. It's back down to second. Oh, hello BRP. Why you pick on someone your own size, you know? It's got a tie, isn't it? Weird with the graphics. Again, I'm not sure if that's just motion blur as well. But this thing is cattering along. Like chattering. Sounds like a sewing machine going full pelt, doesn't it? Now, if anyone's seen, I don't know, maybe like their granny or someone, you know, do some sewing with the pedal, going full hammer and tong with it. That's what this sounds like. Maybe not flattering. Kind of comparison for the Buckshot, as all got let off for once. Only a tiny lift as we approach the halfway mark of this very flat out race. I think it's the first time we've lifted. Maybe the second time. Oh, so hello, we actually got the brake now. No, not really. You can use the torque of this thing just to steer it around that corner. That's all. I thought it was someone chasing us, but it's just a damn helicopter in its shadow. So another slight lift. Another one. There's someone that's still parked their ship there. He must have a massive fine. Can't believe how long they parked their ship there. They probably just abandoned it, haven't they? As we approach the final quarter of the race, here comes massive jump. Oh, it's not as massive as I thought. That was a bit disappointing, actually. I thought we were going to be flying towards the sun, but we just, you know, a couple of feet off the ground in the end. So here we go. Oh, this is the proper hairpin through the water. Which you don't actually need to really brake for, because the water will just slow you down. So you don't actually need to brake for the whole of this course then. Oh, so let's take this one. Probably the longer way, isn't it? Let's get out of here, trees. You can see the final checkpoint and the finish as well. Next to that damn... I didn't even park it properly, that ship. What the hell? How drunk was that sailor? As we win by 4.7 seconds ahead of our fellow Buckshot. Buckshot 1, 2, 3. And then the rest, as you got Predators, Polaris. Why did they put that in? BRP. Where's the KTMs? I thought naturally you put a KTM in there. It was up to level 74 in the new livery for the Sleeker Turbo. As, oh, they annihilate each other. No! So we are for the second race. It's a bit strange with the Frankie Cordia race. They balanced it perfectly with the Polaris having all those small machines. But then for this championship, we've got no KTMs, which is kind of the second best buggy after the Buckshots. Just giving us the small buggies for competition, including the slowest one. It just makes kind of no sense, the balancing. It's perfect when it's perfect in that previous race. There's a championship as well, so it's just going to be us three at the front. All these Buckshots. Scott really had to brake there to avoid the rocks. And again, it's just making it a bit too easy, this championship. But you basically guaranteeing us the top three at least. Let's take at us three. All in a row. Formation flying. Or not. Someone's gone off the beaten path. As he got up to second, gone the very long route. That's one way of giving us a place. We've got much better momentum than our fellow Buckshot over the jump. We take the lead at the halfway mark. Or just before then. Looks like it's a bit of a shorter race, this one. Unless we've got lots of corners coming up, which it looks like we do round the lighthouse. Oh god, brake. There's always bash reels. We take back the lead, do we? Oh, he's hitting us. Get out of here. As no, it's flipping. Turn right. No. Go for that way. That's it. Go, go, go. So a third of the race remaining, we've lost it. Kind of our own fault, being a bit stupid there. Let's see if we can gain it back though. It's all lucky there. Flat out. Hasn't got too far away. Thanks to our friend Rubber Band. I'm guessing. Have the massive jump. As we come towards the finish. Come on, Grunt. Come on, Buckshot. Come on, Sewing Machine. To go for the final checkpoint. Oh, just not enough. We get second. We'll take that. So we're just under 3 seconds back from Gomez with Hugo Ruse Ainford in his Buckshot. Sending into the final event, we lead by 3 points. So if we finish first, we've won it. If we finish second, hopefully Rees wins and not Gomez. As all they're all slow in front. That's not how you meant to take that. No, tree! Oh, come on. So we are revving up the silent at night. As we're about to head to a buckshot party, but for which driver we'll find out in 100%. Nope, 99%. Even with our lights, it's tough to see. So don't hit the rock. You landed it. You landed it. You're okay. Keep going. So we're going through the trees. How much I can see. So we're down the inside into second. Leader right in front. Well, this is going to be a short one, isn't it, this race? Already a quarter of the way through. One a bit slow, so again like the last race. So we've got the slipstream. Going over the bumps. Trying to take the lead into the water. Have we? Oh, it's close. We have. It's backed off. With the Alpha Buckshot. So we'll turn. There you go, nicely done. Maybe it does tighten up then. As you go around the rocks. Accelerate as you approach the halfway mark. Halfway to destiny. Halfway to completing the second. You'll soon be halfway done with those. Just 2 episodes remaining after this. Again, we have one which has got new areas and one which has got new vehicles. So we motor up. Down the rocks. Well, this is taking actually concentration as well. So we're complaining about the difficulty in this, and then suddenly it does get a bit more difficult with, oh god, turn that way. Does seem to get a bit more difficult with this championship, and then we had the same with the other championship as well. The championship seemed to be a bit better balanced, only slightly, because again we are winning, and it seems like by a country mile, because I don't hear anyone behind. Come on, that please be the last checkpoint. No. Yes. Let's head towards the line. No. What? What? Where did he come from? There was no one behind us before that final jump, and then suddenly he's motored out of nowhere. As it was Rees who won, Gomez in third. So we have won the championship by just 3 points. With Gomez in third in the end. Just 6 points separating the buckshots, and then everyone else was just there for a pizza party or whatever. There's up to level 75 new livery for the Ford Focus RS, here to Hilux as well. Or level 76. As we got double Nelson, all the 2s. As next time is Armoured Operation. This is all like military vehicles then. This should be good fun then. Hope we won't blow anyone up. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.